I do have quite a story for you guys today that I want to share with all of you guys on how I got ripped off at Thermo King on overtime charges. Now, they did do what I was asking them to do, was changing my alternator, and it works fantastically, nothing wrong in that department. But we did have some issues with them overcharging me for overtime, and I'm not happy about it. And I did try to resolve this privately. Here is my phone conversation that I had with him and trying to resolve this privately. And I did tell him that I was going to make a video if we could not resolve this privately. So let's listen to it.
Service.
Hey, is this a manager here?
Yes.
Alrighty, this is trucker Rudi here. I was at your shop there yesterday and wanted to talk to you about my whole experience at your place yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And this conversation is going to be recorded. Okay?
Okay. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, I can hear you.
Alright, go ahead. I have my boss in the air too.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I was just wondering about yesterday's deal there, because I was exactly 2 hours and 8 minutes in your shop, and the guy tried to say that I was in your shop for 2 hours overtime, and I disagreed with that, and he would not have it at all. Like, it just, he wouldn't change that at all. So I got charged for 2 hours of overtime there, and I disagree with that.
Okay. I'll have to pull a time ticket, because what happens is they punch in and they punch out.
Because I got that on video. I have a Dashcam, and I have that on video exactly the time that I was pulled in and the time that I pulled out. So in my opinion, I shouldn't be charged for 2 hours overtime labor, because I mean, he was done at 6 o'clock already. We stood around and talked for a few minutes, and then about 10 minutes after 6 I pulled out of your bay, and then he said give me about 10-15 minutes to do the paperwork, and I found out that he was not experienced with paperwork filling out and stuff like that. And about 6:33 I went back in there, and he still wasn't done. And then I saw the big numbers there for the charge, and I said, why is the bill so high? And he said, well, you're getting charged 2 hours for labor for overtime. And I said, no. I said, it's only 6:33 here. I said, that is not right. And then he wouldn't have it. There was nothing. He wouldn't even change nothing on it. So and I mean, I do have a YouTube channel and everything, so I got over 2,300 followers there. And if we can't fix this, then we're going to have to make a public statement about this on YouTube. Okay?
You're gonna make a public statement on YouTube about this?
Yep. If we can't fix this here privately, then we will. Yes. And you can check my YouTube channel out. It's Trucker Rudi, RUDI, and you can look myself up if you wish, and you can verify that it is a true channel, and that will happen if we can't resolve this.
Why don't you send it to me directly so I can review it before you put it online?
I'm not putting it online until we resolve this. Either we can.
I would like to see the tape. It will help me resolve it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely send you the video file, and you can see exactly. You can match up the time that I was exactly 2 hours and 8 minutes in your bay. I can get that uploaded for you.
That would be good.
Okay. Because
do you have my email, or do you need it?
No, I wouldn't need your email address. And I did send him those video files that you are going to see towards the end of this video, or closer towards the end of this video, where it clearly shows that I was only in the shop for 2 hours and 8 minutes, and they came back with the email that I'm going to be displaying here in a few minutes here on my video as well, and you will see that on here as well. Yeah, so don't go nowhere, stick around for that and check it out what they had to say on their comeback on their email. The reason why I'm making this video is, as you've probably seen in the title, I got ripped off by Millbury, Ohio Thermo King with overtime charges. So I want to talk about that a little bit and give some details on exactly what happened. So I called them up. I asked if I could get my alternator changed. They said, yeah, we'll come on in. And so they said, well, at 5 o'clock we close, so after that we'll have to charge you overtime. I said, that's no problem, I can do that. So I was a little bit pissed off at the guy for ripping off this side fairing. As you can probably see here, it's no longer lining up anymore. It's supposed to line up right here. He never did line it up. As you can see, there's new bolts in here, so that shows you that he did rip it off. Well, that was not the worst part about it. The guy disrespected me and climbing into my truck without taking his shoes off, getting my truck all dirty on the inside. And I do have video footage from my dash cam where the times are incorrect on it. The date and the time I didn't realize was incorrect on my dash cam. But as you can definitely see, from the time I pulled into the shop to the time I pulled out of the shop was 2 hours and 8 minutes. I got there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. A couple of minutes after 4, I was done dropping my trailer. I pulled into a bay. 6 o'clock at that evening, he was done working on my truck. We stood around here and talked a little bit about the situation. About 10 minutes after 6, I pull out of the bay. I go hook up my trailer. I go back in to pay my bill. And he's, you know, telling me, I'm looking at the bill, you know, so that's like $891. Well, I said, wow, that's quite large. And he said, well, I got to charge you 2 hours overtime. I said, well, you know, I looked at my time on my phone. I said, well, man, this is only 6:30. Where are you getting the 2 hours from? So if you only start charging after 5 o'clock, you start charging overtime. He said, no, I got to make sure we got to lock up the shop yet, and I got to clean up yet, and I got to do this bill yet, and I got to make sure I get paid for all of that. Well, my opinion, as long as you work on my truck, you get paid, but after that, it's not on me anymore. So the reason why I'm making this video is I want all the drivers out there to know what these people did to me. I contacted them as well. I contacted their manager and talked to them about it, and they're not willing to do anything about it. So that's the reason why I'm making this video. So I will ask every single one of you guys to go ahead and share this video. And the reason why I'm asking you guys to do that is so that other drivers and owner operators will know that this place in Millbury, Ohio, the Thermo King there, is ripping people off if they have to stay for overtime. And their excuse was, well, this is national labor guidelines and whatever, we feel that we did the right thing and all that stuff. So I said, well, I'm going to make a YouTube video on it, and they said they're fine with it. I'm going to put up the email that they have created or sent back to me. I'm going to put up that email on the screen, and I'm also going to show you on my video on my dash cam the exact time that I was in the shop. So I got charged from 4 o'clock till 5 o'clock with regular hours. On top of that, I got charged 2 hours of overtime labor, which I think is wrong. I think that's a ripoff. I think they just figured I was in desperate need of changing my alternator, which I was, and they could just take advantage of me. And I think that is wrong for a business to do. That's dirty business in my opinion. So let's go ahead and let's share this video, because I don't want no other owner operator or anybody, you know, getting ripped off from this company that way. I just feel strongly about this. That is wrong in my opinion. I'm going to show the bill on here as well on the screen, and I'm also going to show you after this clip, I'm going to show you the video footage from my dash cam on the exact time that I was in there. They're probably going to be short clips, but I will put them in there just so that you can see on my dash cam it recorded the time I was in there. I was only in there for 2 hours and 8 minutes. 2 hours and 15 minutes I think should be fair to be charged, not 3 hours. 2 hours overtime and 1 hour with regular charge. So let's go ahead and share this video with everybody, please. I would ask you to share with everybody, because these people, they think they're a big company and a small guy like me doesn't matter. I'm just a nobody. They can just charge me whatever, and that is wrong in my opinion. That's dirty business. And if you are watching this, Thermo King from Millbury, a shame of you. You are a dirty business company. You shouldn't be in business. And what goes around comes around, ladies and gentlemen. So the thing will come back to haunt you one day. It may not be me, but it will be somebody else, or this will get out and people will start avoiding your shop. Just keep that in mind. What goes around comes around.
I gotta have you, if you would, go ahead and pull out and come to your trailer. Okay. I gotta get cleaned up and I gotta write out your bill. It's gonna take me a minute, so you probably can set out your truck for 15 minutes or whatever.
All right. Hey, Dioa, let's go. Got it out of there. Found it. Whoa. The 210 cents, sort of. Alright guys, after watching these clips, you have seen the timeline on the time that I was in the shop. So if you agree with me that it was dirty business that they did to me, they ripped me off and took advantage of me, please share this video so other people can see this video and other owner operators will be aware of this dirty business going on out here on the trucking industry sometimes. And these people think that I'm just a nobody and I'm not going to be making any difference to them just because I make a video. Well, I'm also going to add some of this information on my website, and I'm also going to have a particular page on my website about them, and I'm going to add this video into there. And please do me a favor guys, share this video to as many people as you possibly can, so let's make a difference together. Let's stand up against these big organizations that thinks that they can just take advantage of a small person like me. So if you agree, hit that share button and we will catch you on the next one. This is Trucker Rudi signing out.